I love Stardew Valley. There are a few games I could think of where I could just sit down and start playing, regardless of the time or day or how long it's last been. Will I continue to build my little farming community? Will I dig down in the mines, pet my dog, make some new friendships? Do it all over again? And I am clearly not alone in this. Stardew Valley is a smash hit success. And it's a game that keeps on giving for many people. And Eric Barone, the game's creator, is equally passionate about his game, continuously adding new content mechanics patch after patch, and also allowing for mods to allow a game just to go on forever. Which, did you know when I say creator, I mean sole creator? Barone created all of the game's art, music, sound effects, character design, everything by himself. So not only did he create an amazing game, he created one banger of a soundtrack. But dance party aside, why is it so beloved? The Harvest Moon series of games, which are now known as Story of Seasons, let's not talk about the trash fire that is Harvest Moon, have existed for decades and, while still well-liked, certainly never garnered the popularity that Stardew Valley holds, garnering a massive following amongst teens and moms alike. And sure, I can rattle off a list of reasons why I think Stardew Valley is so popular, such as a graphical style which is simultaneously nostalgic and also well-suited for the calming nature of the game, a core cast of characters that seem more relatable and familiar than the fantasy setting found in other farming simulator-style games, complete with their own character flaws like Shane's alcoholism, and a compelling story with a slight fantastical twist, not too dissimilar to, say, the beginning of Harry Potter, discovering magical little creatures and compelled to learn more about these mystical beings called the Junimo. But I think the core reason actually transcends this, and I think that the main reason is actually best exemplified by the game's most unique item, the Stardrop. So let's discuss why I think the Stardrop fruit perfectly encapsulates why this game is so popular and why Stardew Valley itself speaks so much more to our hearts than just being a normal farming sim. But first, what is a Stardrop fruit? For the uninitiated, come, let me explain. The greatest and only real struggle in Stardew Valley, aside from your health bar in the mines, and those mines can be tough, and the onslaught of time, where if you stay up too late, you'll faint in the fields from doing too much farming, much in the same way that you'll faint at work the next day from doing too much simulated farming in Stardew Valley, is your own actual struggle with how many chores you could possibly do in a day, represented perfectly by your energy bar. Which the only way to recover energy apart from sleeping and spending way too long in the sauna is to eat food, which actively eats into your profits. No pun intended. And your profits are a big deal. How else are you going to be able to afford seeds, to plant seeds, to grow food, to sell, to buy more seeds? And the permanent answer, of course, is Stardrop fruits. Magical fruits scattered throughout the land that permanently increase the size of your energy bar, the game describing them as tasting like a dream. Only 7 of them exist legitimately, and no 2 are received in the same way. This fact, however, that each is unique is quite meaningful symbolically. These fruits present themselves as hidden trials, one that you yourself might not even be certain you're undertaking. And yet you are presented with these fantastical rewards simply for going about your day. Quite literally, you worked hard, you did your best, and you have grown for it. And for those interested, I will actually provide a full list of how each Stardrop fruit has a specific meaning, but if you're not interested in that, you can skip to the timestamp that I'll include below. One is attained by trading 2,000 tokens at the Stardew Valley Fair. I think that this probably symbolizes the growth of a character through involvement in their own community, sharing in the joy of a collective celebration and how much that can help you grow as a person. One is obtained on floor 100 of the mines, and I think that one is pretty self-evident, representing hardship and persistence. The growth retrieved by struggling and persevering through the darkness to an unknown ending. One is obtained from the player's spouse or roommate when reaching maximum friendship level. And this represents the growth of character through everlasting love. The kind of growth that can only be achieved through close friendships. One is obtained by purchasing it from Krobus in the sewers for 20,000 gold. And I believe this either demonstrates growth through financial stability, being able to actually have enough income to willfully donate it to another, or by giving gifts to those who are dissimilar from you. Krobus, of course, representing the only monster species that is friendly in the series. One is obtained from the statue of Old Master Cannoli in the Secret Woods. And I think this represents the growth of a character through the development of knowledge by solving a puzzle that isn't entirely clear and seeing it through to its ending. One is received from the town's fisherman Willie after achieving maximum level in fishing. And I think this represents the growth of a person through mastering a new skill, through through patience and perseverance they are able to grow for. And lastly, one is received from donating all 95 items to the museum. And I think this last one finally represents the growth of a person through the pursuit of knowledge and completion of that knowledge. A dedication to learning more about the world around you. And now for a mid-roll fun fact. Did you know koalas are called koalas because in the Australian Aboriginal language, koala means no drink, a species of animal that doesn't drink. And that was your mid-roll fun fact. As fans of farming simulators are aware, the idea of energy-boosting fruits is by no means original or unique. In many of the Story of Season games, this is very much the case as well, in which you discover these magical fruits by just going about your day. So what sets Stardew Valley apart? And the answer to that actually goes right back to when you first created your character. Subtly placed and even unclear of its purpose when first creating your character, one box appears that stands out in which you are requested to input your favorite thing. And this, I believe, is where the game is genius. When collecting a Stardrop fruit in-game, transcendent music plays, concluding with a message that runs along the bottom of your screen. That you are reminded of your favorite thing. Not just a favorite thing, the favorite thing that you yourself input. And sure, while this can result in some pretty clever internet humor, let's imagine we put something mature and reasonable in that box. And so, if we were serious in inputting a favorite thing, the relationship between our favorite thing and hard work becomes subtly meaningful. As I noted earlier, you've worked hard in this game, and this is your reward. But the reward isn't just an increased energy bar allowing you to work harder. No, not at all. This work also reminds you of why you're working so hard, your favorite thing in life. And that your hard work was meaningful. It was fulfilling. And that is profoundly human. Something that is so reminiscent of our real lives that you probably didn't even notice it happened when you were playing the game. For we, as humans, when we complete major milestones in our lives, graduations, marriages, the birth of children, we too often think back on our favorite things in these moments. And ultimately I believe it's this primal connection to true humanity and knowledge that Eric Barone has captured so wonderfully in Stardew Valley that makes it so immediately popular. It is something on the surface which is so effortlessly simple, and simultaneously so emotionally complex. And that is amazing. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. The keen eye of you may have noticed that we've upgraded our studio a little bit, so expect some higher quality productions coming out in the next couple of weeks. The next video will probably still be a bit of lower quality because I recorded a little while ago. But yeah, now we're, I think, a bit better set up to try to actually do this for real, let's say. So for any fans that are watching so far that I've already kind of gathered, thanks so much, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy how this is going to expand in the coming weeks, months, years. So thanks again for watching. Bye!